Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandiero here, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue to Gold. Bringing the roadside chat. This one's actually coming from Spokane Airport. This is actually my home base. I'm flying to St. Louis to go to the ILETA conference. And so, welcome to beautiful Spokane Airport, and that is a joke. Apparently they are going to be doing a new terminal, which would be kind of nice. So anyway, so here's the question. So we have an officer in Nevada, and he says, all right, so we got a civil standby. So the basic situation is that we have a person who is allowed to bring their RV, onto the friend's property. You already know that's going to be the first problem. You never, ever, ever, ever allow anybody with an RV to stay on your property. That's as bad as inviting cousin Eddie over for Christmas. And so they invite them over. They stay too long. They're not leaving. Those there just kind of get back, not back on their feet in a long-term sense, but just go there, repair their RV and so forth. And the point is now they're not leaving. Okay, so the cops arrive. They're like civil standby, like, hey, can you help me get this guy off my property? Kind of a civil standby / trespassing issue. While in there, the guy, our suspect here, the RV owner, he's really agitated. He comes out. He's flaying his arms around. He's taking off his jacket. He's throwing it on the ground. And the cops are like, wait a minute, this guy's about to attack us. So they pat him down. They don't find any weapons on him and so forth, and they kind of go from there. Now the question is, with those very brief circumstances, were the cops allowed to pat this person down? And the answer is going to be yes. Basically, I know this is unorthodox because it's not your detention. You're just there trying to investigate a civil issue. But the way I want you to look at this is that, hey, are you lawfully present? Yes. Are you investigating something? Yes. If those are your two factors, generally speaking, the courts are going to allow you to be safe. We obviously know we don't pat down witnesses just to pat them down, even though they, in our high crime area, we have a case on that. But we also have cases like Arizona versus Johnson, which talked about patting down passengers. Now, generally, passengers have not committed any crime. The only thing they've done in life that's wrong is they choose friends who are bad drivers. But the Supreme Court there said that we can pat down a passenger if they are armed and dangerous. We also have a case, and I forget the name of the case, where a cop was investigating some crime. They got into a house consensually. They then thought they were going to be attacked. They did a protective sweep. They found something in plain view. The court upheld it because, look, lawfully present, engage in your lawful duties. If you have specific reasons about why you're in danger, you're allowed to be safe. Here, clearly we have that issue. The guy's throwing down his jacket. He's agitated. It's armed and dangerous. So, we want to look at the facts. But the other thing is, the way also my pea brain kind of looks at some of these issues is, well, you may have a crime now. You may have a battery, right? Is it reasonable to believe that this person could be committing a battery? And so that's kind of the way I look at it too. And I think that the answer is yes. So I kind of want you to think about that. I hope this helps. I mean, really, you guys are doing a great job out there. I know it's very confusing about what you're doing, and you come to Blue to Gold to get some easy answers and so forth. These YouTube videos are really about having a conversation about what cops are doing. This is what I would do out there. Obviously, you have your own legal advisor and so forth. So with that, my friends, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, my friends, okay? Stay safe.